Welcome back, folks. Just when you thought you've already had enough bowls, no way. We're on for another game here. We've got the SA Super League Reserves Grand Final. Eastern Raiders taking on the Heysen Comets. Joe Schwab here, joined by my colleague Isaac Trenorden down the end. In the middle, Josh Choppin from the Heysen Comets, who will be playing in the big game later on. Chop, how are you feeling today, mate?
Yeah, feeling good. Bit nervous, bit excited, but we'll be all right. Keen to watch the reserves get a win out here before we get into that.
Yes, it could hopefully set the tone for you guys for the day. Isaac, your thoughts on this one, mate? Raiders taking on the Comets here in the reserves.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't pick a winner, mate. I think I'd be tossing a coin. The Raiders have been pretty strong all year, but the Comets getting the league and the reserve side in, you can only assume that they're very, very strong as well.
And of course, we've got Peter Matthews and Andrew Gard. So Matthews on the mat here, I believe, and Gard skipping for the Raiders. And for the Comets, we have Corey Hicks leading and Grace Maloney skipping. So a couple of well-known names there as we get underway here. First end, a little bit short here. Matt right back, Jack up a fair way. Of course, the pairs, 18 ends, 3 bowl pairs. But the reserves, of course, we do have triples and singles as well. So it's all about the overall score in finals. We will be keeping you posted across all 3 ranks as we see Corey Hicks come up with a fantastic starter there. We will keep you updated as best we can. Heads will be on a swivel looking across all 3 scoreboards for what should be a great game. Peter Matthews here. Good line to kick him off there. As we settle in for this one, the other matchups in the singles, Kath Greenslade for the Raiders, taking on Ali Baldock for the Comets. In the triples, Kathy Miller, Karen Kneebone, and Noel Kneebone as our friendly train driver just comes past again. For the Raiders, that is. For the Comets, we have Guy Uren, Andrew Peters, and Stuart Jones in the triples. So a good mix of names there who will enjoy getting the chance for a bit of the spotlight in this one. So we'll see how the reserves players step up. So we see Pete Matthews there just finding another good home pass. Grace Maloney there, of course. I'm just going to let you guys talk every time I try and talk. That horn goes off, so...
3 pretty good ones from Corey. It's really hard not to cheer and clap, just out of habit.
It's all right, mate. Bias is allowed in this commentary box. That's okay. You thought, I guess, just talk us through, obviously, Corey and Grace, young pair. What are their strengths playing together individually as bowlers, and what do you think will go well for them playing together?
Both very good lawn bowlers. I think they've both had some time in the ones this year as well, which would have been great experience. I think Grace has been a member of the Comets since the inception of the Super League. I think she's stuck with us through the journey. Corey led for me in a game earlier this year, very consistent draw bowler, so hopefully he smashes it on the mat.
Of course, did play some of the junior rounds for the Heysen Comets as well, but has played a bit of all 3 grades as well. As you said, Chop, a good mixture there. As we see Andrew Gard just coming up a little bit short. And Isaac, Gard and Matthews, what are they going to have to do to counter Maloney and Hicks today?
I think consistency is going to be the key for them, Joe. We know that Grace and Corey can play some huge shots and are generally very consistent bowlers themselves, so they're going to have to match it and go toe for toe throughout the whole game.
After a good start here, the young Heysen Comets pairing, of course, who are mic'd up for us as well, which will give us some more interesting content, no doubt. If you're just tuning in, the junior grand final earlier this morning was the Western Rogues taking a comfortable victory over the Southern Blazers in a great display of junior bowls. We see Gard there just coming up a little bit narrow. We see young Kobe Jarman just tucking into a sausage and bread in the background there. Enjoying the spoils of a big grand final victory, the Mamba. Great camera angle there to kick us off. Grace Maloney, of course, a member of the Pathways, Jackaroos. Coming up a little bit short there. but not fired off at all. A pretty good grouping, a pretty good head to start us off here, guys.
Yeah, very, very steady for the first end. Bit of a congested one for the Raiders here. Be interesting to see what approach they take.
Put yourself in there in Andrew Guard's shoes here, Chop. What are you thinking, mate?
It's a bit hard to get from this angle, but I think you've got everything past the jack, so you've got nothing to lose if you play decent weight. I think maybe looks like he's on the back end up through the front stuff, rattle some things around and pop the jack out the back maybe.
Coming in aggressive here. Oh,
He's got it back to 1. The idea was good, I think.
good aggression there early from the Eastern Raiders. We'll see Grace Maloney finishes off with the first end here.
She can make a 4, Joe. She plays it well enough. Little toucher.
You're always thinking ahead, mate. It's very impressive. Grace Maloney, another Arthurton member. Can they take another trophy back to the York Peninsula?
Corey likes it. Pretty close.
Oh, just straight through the gap there. So just the one to the Comets to kick us off.
Some very good bowls to start us off all around there.
Sign of things to come, no doubt. Of course, as we said earlier, it's not particularly about the individual rig scores today. It's about the overalls in the grand finals here, the SA Super League finals. That overall number is where it counts. Of course, we saw that thrilling league qualifying final last week, which finished at a draw and went to extra ends. And that was one of the great SA Super League matchups in the competition's 4-year history. Hopefully we can get another one just as exciting today and really get us going as we see Corey Hicks take the mat right back.
Matt back short jack again.
You would have enjoyed the juniors, Choppy. I think we saw maybe 2 ends that weren't 20 or 21 metres.
It was
really?
very consistently short.
It was mat up every single end and phenomenally, like all of a foot away from that line.
As we see Kath Greenslade just pop the jack behind us here in the singles match for the Raiders.
Great shot.
Great match-up to follow there today as Corey starts off well here. You see the triples there as well.
I heard we might have saw a Pedersen-esque end in the juniors with the mat up, potting the jack early.
Yes, it was very cool to watch. Missed his first, but he nailed it with his second, which was
Right.
Just see Pete Matthews there.
Not a lot of fear coming out of the juniors, is there? All they're thinking about is how can I win this end?
Pete Matthews getting a piece of the jack there, but as we always say, the heavy jack on this carpet, it really squirts away when you make contact. Corey Hicks here. Coming on that wider hand, not a bad effort. Great crowd developing. If you're anywhere in the area, folks, come on down. Salisbury Bowling Club. Barbecues pumping, bars open, plenty of great seating. It's a beautiful day down here. Pete Matthews again with a nice bowl. Do not miss out. Big thank you to our sponsors, Sports Centre, West End, City of Salisbury and MGA. All great supporters of the SA Super League and bowls here in South Australia. Corey with a good correction here. Not quite able to get around that darker bowl. Plenty of energy coming from the triples rink behind us. It's great to hear. It's a great atmosphere here at the Salisbury Bowling Club as Pete Matthews finishes off a great opening set there.
Great weight from all 6 from both boys. They sort of found their weight early.
Just get the feeling this one's going to be a close contest. This rink and the overall. Of course, the Raiders winning the qualifying final last week to go straight through to the grand final. And the Comets overcame the Blazers in a very, very close preliminary final in the end. As we see Grace Maloney on the mat here. As we said, Pathways Jackaroos. Very highly regarded young female bowler here in South Australia, and she's showing us why here, folks. Not a bad bowl.
A great shot.
Grace Maloney, early contender for the shot of the day. So we see young Kobe still tucking in the background there.
Must be the world's biggest sausage.
He's a growing boy. Is Andrew Gard. Can he respond to his opposing skipper? Oh, not a bad shout there.
He'd love to get a piece of the jack.
Good attacking weight. Stuart Jones coming out big in the triples for the Comets behind us.
Grace would be happy if she just slips past here to the back blue one, sort of covers a number.
Yeah, it's... Ooh. Not a bad result there for Maloney. But like you say, there's a couple of Raiders bowls sitting just behind the jack. A little bit of danger. Andrew Gard made a good correction here. Oh, not far away. Skipper's putting on a great show early. Grace with that very simple action. Nice and easy. Looks like she's going to be a little bit short here.
No, this is in the Comets game plan. This is the blocker.
It's almost valuing him just playing it quicker.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%, yeah. You do have the backers, but if you happen to get Grace's through her back one as well,
Yeah.
there's sort of 4, 5, 6 to be made.
Oh, Andrew Gard again, not missing by much. So it's going to be one to the Comets again.
The exceptional blocker might have sort of changed the decision there, Isaac.
Psychological value there. The Comets are building the picket fence early, so they're up to 2. The Raiders yet to get on the board. We will keep you posted when the overall scoreboard is updated. Kath Greenslade leading the singles 2-1, and the triples is 2 apiece. So 1 shot overall separating this, as we are just a few ends in for a great contest. Interesting to see Corey again. Matt back. Jack probably a little bit further up again this time.
It's a good effort to keep it that close to the front, though. The difficulty of rolling these jacks. I'll be back on the tee.
Corey Hicks, good starter again. He's on today. Showing his class here, the young fella for the Heysen Comets. Pete Matthews has also started well. See if he can get close again here.
Pretty good reply.
Very good reply. Good home there. Didn't quite fall in, but a great effort. Classy bowling on display early. Both these teams didn't make the grand final by accident. Corey Hicks, what can he do? He's going to be very close again. He's going to give his bowl a nice little punch up.
Forces his opposition to change hand early as well. Always a bit of a bonus. How good are the slow-mo replays?
Pete Matthews, he's, oh, the line was absolutely spot on. Another foot or so of weight.
Nice confident calls from Grace.
Very impressive. Or can it swoop in and sit
What a
that bowl as
shot.
requested by the skipper?
Awesome.
Perfection.
Tell you what, you can't help but smile as a skip when your lead's bowling like that. Ask and you shall receive, Grace Maloney. Great replays again, all sorts of angles being covered. Just watching the bowl fall in. How good. Pete Matthews here. Big bowl for his third. Oh. Push that in a bit closer. Good thing, bad thing, boys. Talk us through that one.
I don't know about Isaac's thoughts. I think it sort of narrows the target a little bit too much. It's good that they get another bowl pass, but you probably would have preferred the wing one there just to sit on or make your way off of.
Yep, agreed. Agreed. There's real narrow target now, so it's really not ideal. He's probably really just going to have to, the Raiders, probably just drawing confidently, at least in the first.
You land the back ones, you probably cut it back down to one. You've got some options.
Yep.
As that breeze just picks up a little bit here under the dome at Salisbury. It's a beautiful afternoon to come and enjoy some high-class bowls here, folks. High quality. Still the league grand final to follow this one. Grace Maloney just putting a bit of cover out to the back there.
You love to have that shot as a skipper, don't you? Yeah, just get it past Grace. Yep, no worries.
On Andrew Gard now. Going with aggressive weight, unfortunately, just cutting there. Another opportunity for Maloney. Geez, that must be a big sausage that young Kobe's tucking into, or he's lined up 3 or 4 of them, because the young fella is still chowing down. That's hard work playing 18 ends, folks. Maloney here, not a bad line, just coming up short, unfortunately.
Comets blocker.
She's nearly played it to perfection again. I like the weight that the Raiders skip's choosing here. I think if you get through Corey's front one, there's a chance the Jack sort of kicks out to their side one.
Oh, he's on the money here, Chop. He's had a crack.
What a shot.
Andrew Gard there, not a bad effort. Oh.
He's got the shot.
Managed to pull the shot bowl out of there. Great result for the Raiders. Puts it back on Maloney now.
Just played that good weight. If you do get the bowl, you know, your bowl hangs around for the shot. You played too much, it peels off, you're 2 down. You played it perfect.
Grace is just going to come down and have a bit of a look here. The young pair having a bit of a chat. Bit of conversation there. Wasn't overly convinced, but looks like she's got a game plan now.
Bit of geometry and physics and whatnot going on there.
Get the angles happening. Grace Maloney. We've already seen one Atherton member with a premiership medal around their neck. Can Grace do the same?
She looks interested.
Having a very good look. Oh, hang on. Oh.
Great effort. I think that's what Corey was saying as well, just making sure that you have enough weight so that if you do get the front one, you've still got a chance.
Oh, as you see that replay, it just wasn't quite enough to turn that shot bowl out. Awesome effort by Grace Maloney. So, bit of a free hit here for the Raiders. No, they're not going to bowl that one, so they'll take the one shot there. So the Raiders are on the board with 1. The Comets, they're on 2. Very close contest here to get us going. The SA Super League Reserves Grand Final. Kath Green slayed out to a 4-1 lead in the singles over Ali Baldock, while the Comets hold a 2-shot lead in the triples. Should hopefully get an overall scoreboard update here soon, folks. So we see the Raiders just bringing the mat up a little bit, but playing a little bit longer with the Jack here, it looks like. So just trying to mix it up. I think he's just getting an interesting look at how far these Jacks do actually roll here on the carpet.
All the way back on the tee.
As we see.
Kath holding another 2.
Oh, danger signs over there for Ali Baldock. But still a long way to go. Of course, the singles matches are 21 ends. And they are through 4, playing their 5th as we play our 4th here back towards the club rooms. Pete Matthews just coming up a bit short. So Corey Hicks now. He's led well so far.
I don't know if we trademark the Comets blocker or not, but Pete's trying to.
He's gone early.
Yeah,
And hey, it's about to pay off.
there we go.
Bit of frustration there from Corey. So we'll see Pete again here. Coming on the backhand side. Want to see a correction in his length.
I don't think he has.
Oh, wow.
He's thrown them all, the change of the length.
Yeah. Tough one so far. Both leads just struggling a little bit. See if Corey can correct on his weight here. Oh, he's struggling as well, so the change in length really is causing some problems early.
It is a challenging thing to do early. You haven't had too much time to get in a rhythm and figure out the pace of the green. We've been playing the one length the whole time. It definitely poses a bit of a challenge.
See,
This one looks better.
Pete Matthews, he'll be reaching here. It's a little bit tight on line, but it's not a bad effort. As we're joined in the commentary box here by young Harrison Gator-Johnson.
You got a sore neck there, Harry? Or what?
Careful those medals don't make too much noise, mate. I'll tell you what. Thanks for joining us, young fella.
Yeah, no worries.
So Corey here. Oh, can he slide around the outside there? Get a bit of a rub, so getting something a bit closer, which is important. Harry, has it sunk in, mate? How's it feeling now? You've had a bit of time to sit down and digest.
No, it's a good game, good win. Got off to a good start, so that's what you want in a grand final.
Put it together there, of course, in the last end, having a bit of fun with the potting the jack. Was that something that was pre-planned, or was that a spur of the moment?
Spur of the moment, so Kobe had a bit of practice at that earlier in the day. Thought, no, why not?
That's it. It's good fun following on from Nathan Pedersen's effort last week. We absolutely love to see it. Andrew Gard here.
Did actually get told to say this is for you, Pedo, but
Of course, we did have you guys with the microphones on as well. That one for Gard will stay up.
You were mic'd up.
Microphones, cameras, all sorts of stuff happening, mate. How did that all feel?
pretty unreal. Never thought I'd probably be in the spot, but it's a
Hope
bit
you're on your
different.
best behaviour.
Oh, always. It was Kobe that was the problem.
Grace, can she get a bit of room to get past here? The blockers are paying off early here, Chop.
This end is treacherous.
Just the quality dropping away here, unfortunately. So back on Andrew Gard here.
Who's your tip here, Harrison?
Oh, go with the Comets, another Arthurton bowler and Grace Maloney bowling there, so
Nice.
got to go for the home team.
Imagine that. Couple of premiership trophies and a few medals going back to Arthurton. Good
That's a good
bowl
shot.
here. Andrew Gard managed to find some room, so really puts the pressure on Grace Maloney now.
What about the league? Who are you backing there?
Ooh, I'll probably say Chargers. They've got a pretty stacked team.
Get him out. Get him out to the podcast.
Hey, we're all about honesty in the commentary box here. No looking after egos. Grace
This
should
is
get
good from Grace.
She'll get around that front one.
What
Will
a
it have the legs to
shot.
draw the shot? Grace Maloney. Top stuff there from the Arthurton bowler. Putting it back on Andrew Gard now. We'll wait for this end to finish, Harry. Then we might ask you a bit about Grace and what she's like around the club. Let's see Gard here. And we have seen an update on the overall scoreboard. The Comets are leading the way, 7-6. So just the one shot in it. And unless this bowl from Andrew Gard gets close, can he get a good rub here and fall in? No, you'd have to think it's still going to be one to the Comets.
I wouldn't mind seeing some aggression from Andrew there. Probably had the next couple and the three at the back if you get it through the jack. Just have to be up through the array of Comets blockers.
Pretty close.
Can she might get underneath her front bowl here. Or can she sit on that previous bowl from Guard and flop in?
Oh, I tell you what.
Oh, she's nearly knocked that one in for the shot, but thankfully for her, it's fallen the other way. So that'll be one shot to the Comets there. So the Comets move to 3. The Raiders, they remain on 1. We've played 4 ends here, folks. 14 to go. As we said, not much in at the overall scoreboard. Now, Harry, Grace, obviously, yeah, like we said, another Arthurton bowler. What's she like around the bowling club over that way?
Definitely an interesting character, that's for sure. Yeah. No, it's good to have young people at the club, obviously, so it's always good.
Interesting characters.
Do you guys get out and practice a bit together or anything like that? I think she's down here these days,
Yeah,
isn't she?
she's down in Adelaide quite a bit, so not really, to be honest.
How did the pennant season finish up for you guys, or is it still going?
We missed out by 2 points on finals.
Oh,
No.
Well, thank Mike Waldash for that one.
Not to name names or anything, but...
No, he's the one that knocked us out.
Okay, right.
as we said, great start from Corey
Great
Hicks here
start.
again. He's putting up a
Shot
few
by
contenders for the shot of the round. Pete Matthews, bit to respond to after that one. Definitely reaching here. We're not going to see too many short bowls this time around. And young Kobe as well. Talk to us about him as a teammate, obviously quite young. Where are his strengths and where do you think he can really develop in the years to come?
He's very accurate with the short ends. He's probably his favourite type of length. Luckily enough, we got to play that length probably the whole game, so it suited him really well. Yep. His bad bowls are behind, so that's also what you want too.
Yeah, exactly. Put on a great display. He was very close to pipping you for the best on green, but well deserved in the end for yourself, mate, as we watch Pete Matthews again here. Corey coming up short with his second.
Very close.
Pete just needs it to turn. Andrew Guard likes it. Oh, it's turned sharply
I
late.
think he used the force on that one.
Great lead bowling here from these two. Great display. Corey Hicks again. Geez, a breath of wind might knock that bowler Pete Matthews in, I reckon.
Tell you what, that is
Or
Corey's looking good.
Corey.
Corey
Hicks.
might be able to knock it out.
What a shot.
That's massive.
Oh, look at that. He's happy with that. They've given it the high 10, the Comets teammates. I'll tell you what, that's probably up there for the shot of the round now. He's racking these contenders up very quickly as you watch the replay here. Drew it up, executed, spot on there, Corey Hicks. Big future for that young man.
Pete changing back to the backhand here, just going to try and draw the shot, I think. It's not far off, just got to hurry.
Not a bad effort there, but he does have the only 2 bowls past Pete Matthews, so a bit to work with there for Andrew Guard.
Can sort of work off of that last one as well and get the jack back. He's got some options. Be interesting to see what Grace chooses to do here. What would you do here, Harry, in Grace's shoes? You've got 2.
She can either play their shot first or use the wide hand to get around the blue. It'll be good home.
Both good options, I think, mate.
Looks like she's going to play the forehand to play their shot. She's heavy. She gets back to the blue. Can't really go wrong on the forehand. Can't afford to be short.
Got to clear the front one.
She will just find a bit of room to sneak that one through a couple of gaps. Andrew Guard. Small channel here for him to work in. But the possibility of turning this into a bit of a number early for the Raiders. They trail by just the 2 shots here.
Pretty close.
Wow.
Andrew Guard. Very, very good effort there.
Does make Grace's one a little bit easier. Look at the determination on the mat. Is that an Arthurton thing? Are you the same?
It's a weighted thing. That's what we like to say. Get old weightheads.
Grace Maloney. She's
Plays
having a
pretty
good
good.
look.
Blue.
I'll get around the Adelaide Crows bowls cloth here from Andrew as well.
Of course, the Crows against Fremantle will overlap a little bit with the later part of the league game. We will keep everyone updated on that one.
Crom for the win.
Oh,
Done pretty well. Yeah, I'm sure everyone will flick back over to the Crows once the Super League's finished anyway.
of course, let us know where you are watching from, folks. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. The fantastic Spacequake Sports crew bringing you every single angle.
Corey just letting Grace know here, if she can get the ball through the jack, she's looking at a 3 or a 4.
Needs to hurry.
Nearly drew another one.
So on Andrew Guard here. Big bowl. Can the Comets take a couple and push this lead out even further? He's not going to be short here.
It's pretty close.
Gets an edge in.
Oh, he's going to be around the house. Might have cut the count down to possibly just one here. So, yep,
One.
it's just going to be one to the Comets. So they continue to build that picket fence. They move to 4. The Raiders, they remain on 1.
Ali Bulldog just gets a 1 in the singles to move herself off of 1. That one's out to 7-2.
The overall score, the Raiders leading 10-8, so not much in this one either way. This could be a crucial rink for the Comets. If they are to win this one, if Kath Greenslade keeps pulling away from Baldock.
On her power play too.
And the triples, only one shot in that as well. So this reserves game is going to go right down to the wire, folks. See Matt back and Jack up here.
I love this move from Kath too. She's already out at a 7-2 lead. She's got last bowl and she thinks if I get a power play here and get a bit of a number, it just balloons it out. The sort of mental toll that puts on your opponent. I think it's a good time for a power play.
She's ever the competitor, Kath Greenslade. Will do what it takes and really always get stuck in. It's great to see her on the big stage of a grand final. Corey Hicks, again, good start here. Putting on a good show. And of course, Harry, your old man over there, there's a bit of banter going on from him from the stands during the game.
Yeah, that's how we like it.
All good fun. I guess, what is it like, obviously, like playing with your old man when you get the chance to? I guess that's one of the beauties of the sport of lawn bowls is you get the chance to have a roll with him.
It's good. Bit of laughter, bit of crying, bit of both.
So who's better between the old man and why is it you?
Depends who you ask, but it's definitely me.
Good shot, Corey.
Corey Hicks again.
What a shot by Corey Hicks.
What is it about Corey, guys? Obviously a young fella himself. What's his skills that are getting him to the point that he's at now?
Any thoughts, Harry?
Don't-
You would have played with him in the juniors for a while, I'd imagine.
Yep, at the moment playing state triples with him later in the
Oh, yep.
month.
Oh,
So
very nice.
it's a good asset to have. Obviously a very handy draw bowler along with having a massive drive too.
Does have a big drive, yeah. But I think I agree his strength is really consistency of his draw bowling, as we've seen so far today. I think Adelaide's a really good environment for young players as well. Scotty there's a great mentor for a lot of the young guys, and Corey's been playing Premier League for a while now, going from strength to strength.
Got the cheer squad over there, which is great to see.
No Charlie in attendance, I see.
Pete Matthews coming out with a good second wood there. Yes, I thought younger brother might have been hanging around here somewhere, but
Stole his spot in the commentary.
yes, definitely provided us with plenty of great value. Young Charlie throughout the season. We're seeing plenty more of him and all of you young guys throughout the future of bowls here in South Australia and the SA Super League. And what is it about the Super League you enjoy, Harry, this year? Obviously got to play a bit more reserves and that sort of stuff. What keeps you coming back?
Just the players you play with are a lot more skilled than just playing at pennants in the country, I guess. You got the big players like the Ash Closes, just big players.
You saw your dad there, but you didn't want to give him the mention.
I turned my head and just thought to stop. I was looking around.
Yeah, it is. I think especially with the format of 6 per teammate, we've got singles, pairs and triples. There's not a lot of passengers in a good Super League team, is there?
It's great to have you part of it, mate. We definitely appreciate it. As we see Andrew Gard
Very
here.
close.
Oh, can he take a bit of the jack? Not quite, but a good home there.
That's excellent.
All of these players attacking hard here.
Grace is going to have to be a little bit careful here because Andrew's got last bowl and he's got probably the 2 or 3 backest. So
Don't
with the respot on the tee,
She is positive here. She will.
she'll be happy if she misses everything and
Yep.
slides through.
Just covered
Yeah.
the back with that
Done
one.
well.
Good result, Grace Maloney. Andrew Gard now watching this one close. He's not quite sure.
A little bit of a wider track, I think.
Needs to hurry.
Yes,
No, it doesn't.
You might have heard that there. Weight really good. The line just not quite there, but not far away. And he will have the last bowl, Andrew Gard. So back to Grace Maloney now.
Really wants another good second wood here, so we can't just run the shot bowl off. I'm not sure if Grace's is second, third, fourth.
Not much in it. They definitely all won the Comets.
It's gonna be
Maybe a
tight.
measure for 2. She's going to be, yeah, well tight here, unfortunately, for
Just
Grace.
missed the line on the Comets blocker.
Yeah, so the Raiders, they're confident they've got second.
This is where each team's kind of style comes into play. I guess some teams would just be ripping that bowl out or
Yep.
potting their jack, and some opt for the softer approach to draw the shot, touch the jack.
We're about to find out here.
It's gone a bit more aggressive there. Oh,
Ooh,
could be a bad result.
might that have, yes, so it will, looks like it is. It's going to be 2 to the Comets in the end there. So that attacking mindset for the Raiders. It backfires just a little bit. The Comets, they take 2. They move along to 6. The Raiders, they remain on just 1. We're a third of the way through this match. 6 ends played. In this reserves grand final, Kath Green slayed out to an 11-2 lead in the singles.
Power play worked out there.
Yep.
What you want.
Couple of shots turning into a 4. And the triples, just the scoreboard's a little bit obstructed, but not much in that one. So these two, this rink here and the singles sort of nullifying each other almost.
Putting the pressure on.
It's going to go right down the wire. Could we see another tie, an extra end? Wouldn't that just be thrilling?
I never followed up with Isaac on saving a power play for an extra end, but I would love to see it.
It would be something special, and we get him back at some stage a little bit later this afternoon. And might have to ask him that question just in case, because the way this Super League season has gone and how close it's been.
Even just throughout the season, there's been so many
Good start here by
down
Corey.
to the wire
Corey
games. Great
Hicks again.
start. He's on fire.
But yes, you're right, a lot of close games during the season. Pete Matthews now. It's been on the back foot just about every end after Corey Hicks laying down some fantastic bowls to start each time. He'll find a good home though.
Yeah, I think at least most of his misses have been passed, right?
Yep.
So he's still building good heads and giving his skipper some opportunities. So I'm sure it'll start to turn around eventually. This looks like it has all the makings of a close game.
Doesn't look too interested in this one coming in here.
It is the wider
Tell you
hand there,
what,
so
though.
we'll do a bit of work late.
It's not that bad.
It's going to do a lot of work late there. The breeze still not quite picking up like it has here.
That's half a foot pass. That's well outside Corey's standard. He's very upset with himself.
Definitely putting his hand up for a possibility for the best on green medal.
He's just talking about how it swung right back there.
Pete Matthews, he's also getting one to swing in very late.
Very
I'll
good
tell you what,
Shot.
Pete Matthews putting his hand up for the shot of the day.
Shots on display here.
Fantastic quality of bowling, folks. If this is the reserves grand final, just you wait and see what the league will be.
No pressure.
Corey Hicks.
Corey.
Very close.
Oh,
Slides past and gets a tee.
not a bad effort there. These 4 players having a great crack. Not leaving anything to the imagination. Well, I guess Chopwell, we've got a little bit of a lull here, mate. The grand final this afternoon. We'll just run through the teams for that one. You guys, Damon moving back to the singles there. Yourself and Brett Davis in the pairs. Brad Errock, Tim Hicks, Matt Northcott in the triples. Obviously no Jimmy Gregory, unfortunately, but other than that, it's probably as strong as you could get in that league lineup.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Jimmy's out with a spicy cough, close contact. But apart from that's pretty much been our side for the season. Move things around a bit, but yeah, that's pretty much what we're hoping it'll look like.
Pretty strong side. Damon's in some good form.
Yeah, was he semi-finals of the state singles this year, I think?
Yeah.
Yep.
Runner-up the year before too, I believe.
Yeah, very steady singles player. Yep.
Always around about the mark. So we'll watch this first ball from Grace, then we'll run through the Chargers lineup for the big game. There's another train toots past here at Salisbury. More and more starting to roll in. It's a beautiful afternoon here, folks. Do yourself a favour. Grace Maloney.
On the tighter end.
Just got to hold. Wow, what a great effort.
Oh, not far off at all. She's not far away for the Chargers in the league grand final. Craig Mills in the singles had a great season. In the pairs, Chop, you're going to have your hands full. Nathan Pedersen and Wayne Rudiger in that one. But funnier things have happened as we watch Andrew Gard here. He's not far away either.
Wow.
Oh, just sliding through the gap. Not much in it. And the triples for the Chargers, led by Mark Haynes, Stuart Forbes playing 2, Brenton Bain leading, and that triples rink is the one that we will be live streaming. So if you're out at a family lunch or something like that, get it all over and done with, say see you later to the in-laws, get home, get on the couch and...
Grace Maloney.
Wow.
Grace Maloney.
Same time. What a shot.
Great shot there. Showing her class, showing why she's in the Pathways Jackaroo squad.
In sync.
I think you can't... Yeah, jinxed by me, Coke. I think you can't do that without being a good player too. You missed the first one by a couple of centimetres, just making that very minor adjustment, keeping the weight. You know, you have to have a bit of consistency about you to do that.
And watch the replays from all angles. Grace Maloney, she's going to give Corey Hicks some competition for the shot of the day at this rate. Oh, Andrew, God, red hot crack. What's Grace looking at here? Corey just saying backhand.
She did get the shot with her first one, so she's just on the back end now, a bit safer. I mean, if you're lucky, you drift back to the blue one. You roll it once you make 3, but otherwise just another bolt in the area, I think.
And if she does happen to move the jack, she does have Corey's either side.
Yeah, exactly. Hers should, sort of fall onto the jack.
Grace, she's going to be a little bit narrow, but not a bad effort there. The Comets skipper.
Very good end of lawn bowls, no matter what happens here.
Exactly. Look at that fantastic grouping. Talk us through here, boys. What's Andrew Gard looking for?
I think a bit of weight on the forehand, a bit of aggression again. If he gets the inside of Grace's, he can get both Comets bowls.
Coming with aggression.
Chance for 2 or 3 shots here.
Can he create something?
Oh, wow.
Oh, not far away at all. The Raiders skipper. It's going to be 1 to the Comets there after that great shot from Grace Maloney. The Comets, they move along to 7. The Raiders, they still remain on 1. They're off the mark, but they're struggling to get anything going here. Another update, the overall scoreboard. We see the Heysen Comets 18, the Raiders 15. So the Comets just narrowly holding that lead, but again, it's just swings and roundabouts here, boys.
Yeah, Kath out to 12-2 in the singles, doing her best to keep the Raiders in it, but Comets up by 5 or 6 in both of the other disciplines.
Yeah, they hold a 7-shot lead in that triples rink over there, so could be the difference. The Raiders just need to start pegging a few back here.
Corey's a master of this short jack.
Yeah. Would be a hell of a heat map the way he's rolling them today. Now, can he draw in another nice bowl to start us off? It's starting well fantastically. We've played 7 ends, and he's probably held the shot bowl after the first majority of those. Not a bad home again. A little bit of disappointment by his standards again, a little bit of a grit of the teeth, but by the majority, that's a pretty good shot.
Still getting banter over there by Simon.
I think he spent the last half hour on the phone just telling everyone in the York Peninsula that you'd won, I reckon, mate.
You'd think so, the amount of time he spends on his phone.
Anyone who couldn't be on watching the live stream today, I think they've just found out So a bit short from Pete Matthews there. Door wide open for Corey. His line's much better this time. Again, tucking in behind. Good home. Corey Hicks starting well. Some great energy in the comments. And Simon getting in on the comments as well, which is good fun.
Just got a message from him saying, give us something.
Tell the big fella he's more than welcome to come over and give us a few ends if he wants.
Oh, I don't think we would want that.
Not happy with your performance.
Just got a message. Ask Chop about his hairstyle. Let's the go there, Chop.
You can't have a hairstyle if you don't have hair.
Love that one.
So you see Corey, great line there. Another good set from him.
He's looking a bit scruffy. I wouldn't mind if you donated some off his chin.
Oh, get the greys off his
Get a
beard.
bit
It
of
would
a
be a good
toupee
start.
happening. Yeah.
Pete Matthews now. Opportunity to draw in either side. He's going to work on the forehand now. On that wider hand. It's on
Good
a
shot
pretty
here.
good track. Pete Matthews.
Very good.
So a pretty even split after the first set for both here. Good energy from the rigs behind us as well. We will keep you posted right down to the wire in this one, folks. See which way this grand final goes. Again, we will have the presentation straight after, and we will have a post-match interview with the winning pair. So looking forward to that one. Don't go anywhere. Settle in. Big thank you to our sponsors again, West End Sports Centre, City of Salisbury, MGA, all great supporters of bowls here in South Australia.
Grace just pulling up a bit short here, I think.
Oh, a good sider for her. Line spot on.
One's perfect.
Hard to see her being short on her next bowl. Over to Andrew Gard now. Oh, if it holds
If he
its
clears
line.
everything, yeah, he's played a good shot here.
Very good bow, yeah.
Andrew Gard, great shot.
Can Grace draw the shot?
You're not super unhappy about that if you're Grace, because obviously you're trying to trail the jack, but now you've got a bowl to sit on as well if you happen to be a bit heavy.
Allows you to be that Ted more positive.
Yeah.
What can she do here, Grace Maloney?
On a good track.
She sent it.
It's going to come down to the weight this time.
Needs to hurry.
Can it get around those front bowls? She's going to go close.
Oh, wow.
Not a bad effort. Great line again there. Have to think if she can just get that little bit of extra weight on her third, she won't be too far away. Pete Matthews just asking Andrew Gard to get something past.
Good call. Covers the number behind the jack, and if you happen to sort of tuck the jack around the corner yourself, it takes Grace's shot away.
What can he do? Just tighter hand. Just got stuck out here a little bit, unfortunately. It's an easy trap to fall into on this live stream rink. See Stuart Jones having a day out over there in the triples.
They're playing great over there in the triples, all three of them, from what I've seen.
Calf Greenslade draws another shot.
Well, pressure's on there. I mean, I think we'll wait and see how Grace is tracking here. Sorry.
She's definitely got the weight now, but it's just not going to have the room to come in there, unfortunately.
I think that's one thing that can sort of help alleviate some pressure in the final when you're behind, is that there's only one scoreboard in a grand final, and it's the big scoreboard.
Yep.
So as long as that one's close, it doesn't matter what your rink scoreboard says.
Just got to hang in there. Of course, the super ends will start coming into play as well.
Does look pretty relaxed over there in the triples, however.
Yeah.
Sitting down on the bank.
Oh, Andrew Gard here for the Raiders. He looks like he's made a couple for them.
At least two.
So it's going to be 2 to the Eastern Raiders. A little bit of a gap since they got off the mark, but they'll move along to 3. The Heysen Comets, they remain on 7, so 4 shots in it on this rink. We've played 8 ends.
Kat's just drawn a back toucher for 3.
Kath Greenslade, she's put the Raiders team on her shoulders and said, come with me, everyone. We can win this. So we'll see the... We'll see the Raiders here just mixing up this length a little bit again. So we have one Gator Johnson out, and I think we're going to get the other Gator Johnson in. Settle in, folks. This could be very good value.
Yeah, I think I need to get a bit of revenge here after some earlier comments.
So we saw last time the Raiders had the mat. They went with this similar length. Both sides really had a bit of a struggle. So we'll see if they can correct here.
Raiders will be looking to try and win this one, get a couple ends strung together, get some momentum going.
Good start from Pete Matthews. So we have the one and only Simon Gator-Johnson joining us on commentary here. So we watch Corey Hicks's first bowl of this end. Looks like he's on a pretty good track as well. Good effort there. He's putting on a good show, Corey Hicks. Simon, mate, first of all, good effort by the young fella in the junior grand final. They put together a pretty good show to win that one.
Yeah, they did. Proud dad moment, I suppose. He bowled well. It's always a bit nerve-wracking watching from the sidelines, but no, they bowled well as a group all year, the young fellas, so well done to them.
Had a bit of fun with it as well, which is good to see.
Yeah, he did relax as the game went on. Yep. It's always good to see him smiling.
Pete Matthews there, not too bad. Corey Hicks just looking for that extra bit of weight. Very good bowl there from Corey Hicks, putting on a show. Your thoughts on this one, Sol, this reserves grand final, how it's going so far?
It's been a good start by the Comets, actually. I heard you talking earlier about Corey. He's a very consistent draw bowler these days. Probably watched him coming through the under-18s, and they all love the big shots, the big running shots. But just the last couple of years, the way he's backed his draw has been really good. Very consistent bowler.
Pete Matthews again now.
It's what we sort of need coming through the juniors in the state as men like yourself start to age, so we sort of need some youth coming through.
There's plenty of them, yeah.
Sorry, that's for the hair comment, mate.
No, I've been extremely lucky, and once again, been really lucky to watch some of these young fellas come through. With Harrison in the under-18 squad, it's been really good to watch them all, grow and learn. And I'd hate to bowl against a lot of them. To tell you the truth, they're very consistent bowlers, and a lot of them have got all the shots too. They're not afraid to pull the trigger and play the big shots too. So yeah, fearless.
Yeah, very exciting generation coming through, that's for sure. I guess, are there a couple of names, say, besides a Corey and a Nathan Black, are there a couple of other names that you're excited by about what they could be?
Oh, all of them.
Yeah.
Corey's little bro, Charlie. You look at, Tyson Black as well.
Yep.
Like, there is, and then you look at the under-18s, like Kobe hasn't been around for that long, and he jumps onto the big stage here and just puts bowls on like shell and peas. It's brilliant to watch.
Got a very good system here in SA now for all the juniors to come through. I think Mavi is the under-18s coach at the moment, if I recall. Yep.
Yeah. As we see Andrew Gard here, attacking late.
A little story. We were over home the other day, and a couple of lads that have probably been out of the system now for probably 5 years, they were still calling shots, and Harrison understood exactly what they were talking about because they've been through a system.
Yep.
Right. Whereas you get a lot of people that pick up the game and probably haven't been through that coaching system, probably weren't understanding the calls. So it was really interesting just to stand back and listen to the blokes, like I said, that had been out of the system for a little while, but Harrison knew exactly what they were talking about because they'd been through the same system.
Yeah. Fantastic. We see a nice bowl from Grace there. Back to Andrew Gard. The Comets holding probably 2 at this stage, so the Raiders needing to get back involved here. And Andrew Gard. Oh, he's going to be a bit narrow, unfortunately. Come down to the weights. A little bit through, so I'll be back on Grace. Talkers, and obviously Simon, Grace being another Atherton bowler. What makes her such a talented young bowler, and what are her strengths?
Wow, she's probably been bowling for as long as me, if not longer. It feels like that's been the way anyway. So, no, it's been awesome once again watching her grow and develop. Used to chuck her on the mat and just do her thing. And once again, she's starting to call some shots and understand the game, I think.
Here she is skipping a reserves final in the Super League.
Yeah, exactly. Have any played the power play yet?
No super ends just yet, so interesting to see who pulls the trigger first on one of those. Andrew Gard here.
Just sliding under. Probably second.
Yeah, sneak in. So the Comets holding one. They lead 7-3 here on this rank. The overall score is now level at 21 apiece, so this one's going to go right down to the wire.
Interesting that we're looking at the forehand here. I would have thought backhand were a chance to sit the bowl for a couple, but maybe just the easier hand to draw.
Look at Judo, Grace Maloney. Watching this great camera angle here, seeing the bowl come in. It's coming in hard. Ava from the tighter hand. Whoa.
What do I know?
So it's going to be 2 there to the Comets, it looks like. So great bowl there from Grace Maloney. The Comets, they move along to 9. The Raiders on 3. So while we've got you, mate, we'll get your thoughts on the league grand final coming up after this, the Comets and the Chargers. Where do you see that one falling? Who do you think will be the key players? Give the man sitting between us a bit of hope.
I was just looking at the singles straight up. We got Millsy back in the singles. I'm still having nightmares about that from last year, to tell you the truth. I actually thought I bowled pretty well last year in that final, and he absolutely blitzed me. So unfortunately, I cost the Rogues a bit of a grand final win there. But yeah, just having a quick look through, like Killers, Matty Northcott's probably looking at the triples. Are they pretty similar teams most weeks? Would you say, Chop?
You mean like on paper, even sort of matchup? Yeah, I'd think so. I think even across the board, looking at the positions.
Skipped most weeks there.
Yes,
in the triples, as is Killer. So
I
think we got you a couple of weeks ago, you and Brett in the pairs as well. So you guys have been teamed up there for a while. So I do see it probably coming back down to the singles there, to tell you the truth. Damo's been in some pretty good form in the singles particularly early, I think, from memory. So no, it should be a good game.
Should be very good as we see Corey Hicks coming out with another great starter here.
Good response from Pete too.
Very good response. These two putting on a great show, lead bowling.
Great leading. How are you feeling about it, Chop?
Yeah, not too bad. Just sort of before the GF nerves, excitement, all that kind of stuff all that good stuff you always get. But looking forward to it, of course.
Corey Hicks.
Wowee.
Another great bowl there. So back to Pete Matthews again. You'd have to think if the Raiders can just hang in there on this rank with Cass Greenslade putting on a hell of a show in the singles, it could be enough for them, with Kath out to a 16-2 lead now. Just past halfway over Ali Baldock. Pete coming up a bit short there. The triples rank as well will be crucial. The beauty of the Super League, folks, it's all about the overall score in the finals here. Go right down to the wire. Corey having a bit of a look.
Good shots from Corey.
Very
happy
good.
with that.
Very good bowls.
Great set there from the Comets youngster. Pete Matthews looking for his correction on his second bowl. Looks like he has. Looking a much better track this time. Coming in strongly from that wider hand. Not a bad home back there. So over to the skippers now. And of course, in this week's booklet, we do have a list of those who have played the most games in the reserves competition, which did come in a couple of years ago. Bob Scott and Chris Chrisakis both having played 15 games. So, and coming in one game behind Cooper Hocking and Deg Greenslade on 14. So some interesting stats there, as we said earlier. And Panchawat leading the way in the juniors. Grace not too far off from removing that Raiders bowl. And having played 15 in the juniors. And then we look at the league. Mark Haynes, a great supporter of the Super League, doesn't miss them. And the Chargers seem to play a lot of finals, so he's up on 38, leading the way. Yourself, Sol, on 26, mate. What is it about the Super League concept that you enjoy, and what keeps you coming back?
Well, the first game I played down here, I was still at home in the country, obviously. So made the trip down, and I remember I played singles against Dory, and we had a draw. So for a little or slash big country boy, I suppose, that come down, and it was awesome just to play against some of the best players. You know, I remember that day pretty well. I was as nervous as buggery, and you know, Dory 200 and whatever 70 odd state games, and here I am from the country coming down and had a draw. So for a country boy to do that, it was right up there with one of the best things I'd ever done, and the adrenaline, and so for others to get the opportunity as well, I think that's what it's all about. Yeah, mixing with blokes you don't get to bowl with every week. So no, hats off to the Super League for making that happen. Yeah,
Fantastic, great to hear. Grace Maloney now, the Comets, they hold one. Can they keep this rolling?
Should be looking to drag the jack here just a little bit.
Oh, aggressive weight.
it's the truer hand that. I suppose you boys have spoken about that already, but yeah, even Has said earlier that it was always going to get back to the line if you're playing that forehand.
Yeah,
Right.
that wider side always here on the live stream ring, even with not much of a breeze so far. It looks like it's picking up a little bit, but Andrew Gard here, just a little bit wide, unfortunately.
The first bowl down for the end doesn't move and stays a shot. You don't see that very often in the Super League.
So we'll see one to the Comets again. The Comets, they move along to 10. The Raiders, they remain on 3, so they're building a bit of a lead here on this rink. But the overall score, as we said, not a lot in it. The Comets lead the triples 12-3. Ali Baldock having pegged back a couple of shots in the singles. She still trails 16-4 though against Kath Greenslade.
Comets up by a handful overall, and Ali's started this end off well, 2 bowls within a foot, so it could be a bit of a turning point here. Fingers crossed. No bias, sorry.
Enter the second half of these games, going right down the stretch. And Simon, obviously a bit of a tough season for the Rogues in the end.
Yeah, those power plays, eh? We were talking about it a bit earlier. The first year Mike Wildash coached us Rogues, and felt like it was exactly the same that year. We didn't win a power play and we finished bottom. Last year I think we won just about every power play we pulled the trigger on, and we finished top at the end of the minor round. So yeah, power plays can make a massive difference.
As we said, Corey Hicks with another great starter there.
It's awesome bowling. But yeah, the power plays, I mean, it's like this game out here too. I feel like Grace and Corey have sort of probably been on top, but you only need one power play to go against you pretty badly, and you know the Raiders are back in the game.
Well, we did see a big 8 late in the league qualifying final last week, conceded by the man sitting between us that saw that match finish in a draw, so you're right.
Don't remember that.
Don't worry, Chop. I had to take the shoes off this year. We conceded all 6 in the pairs.
Did you?
Oh, no.
That was the 12, yep.
Corey Hicks again.
Good shots.
Peppering a jack, isn't he?
Really putting the pressure on Pete Matthews now.
Yeah, we dropped to 12, me and Mavi this year, so that was a first.
Wasn't on the TV rink, was it?
Wasn't on the TV rink, mate.
No, we...
I think we dropped to 12 and might have been a 4 or 6, and we still won the game.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
We gave them 5 ends and 2 of them were power play, so yeah.
I think the Simon's adventures on the live stream rink this year, as we watch a great bowl from Corey again here. I think it was all about just trying to keep the jack up on the green. I think I was out that week, but watching the live stream, everyone got a good giggle out of it.
So I'm from Atherton and we use the yellow jacks, so I pride myself in the jack rolling, and I just could not keep it on. Have a new bowler leading for me at home this year, and yeah, I generally give it to him if you can't keep the jack up. So it's fair to say that I cropped a little bit that following week, yeah. I think it was 4 or 5 times I lost it, yeah.
Yep.
Embarrassing.
So
Particularly when the crowd give it to you when you keep one on.
Good third bowl there by Pete Matthews, but I guess that is one of the challenges of playing here on the carpet. And we've seen it every stream on this rink. We've seen at least a couple of jacks go in the ditch.
Yep. It is downhill, that's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm pretty fortunate leading for Brett. It's not too often he's asking me where to put a jack, so I'll just sort of, not too hard, wherever it ends up, that's exactly where we wanted it.
Great insight there, folks, to one of the teams playing in the league grand final in an hour and a half. See how strategical it is.
Viewers, yeah.
Grace here. She's doing very well.
Great shot. She wants to touch her.
Just resting nicely there. Grace Maloney just gave the jack a little bit of a nudge in the direction of 2 bowls of Corey's.
The target's thicker than Sol's beard, unfortunately, for the Comets.
I don't think this is going to be short.
Andrew Gard.
He's only just not short.
Ooh.
I reckon Choppy would have been up and at that.
Yeah, I don't think I would have thought too long about it.
So back to Grace now.
I'm not sure if these guys would have played against each other too much. And I think that's where a lot of the bowls tactics come from, like knowing who you're playing and what shot they're probably going to play.
We talk a lot about taking your opponent's shot away and playing things before they play it. Like you say, you need to know what they're going to be able to play to do that. Yeah.
See if we get some weight here from Andrew Gard. Just asking how many down they are. Looks like it's 2 in a measure. So interesting to see what plan of attack he comes with here, the Raiders skipper.
He's razor focused. Yeah, more weight this time.
What can he do, Andrew Gard? Big bowler context to this game. Oh. It's crazy how often we see it. Small gap and the bowl just finds a way through.
His bowl stayed on in the back corner.
Be surprised if Grace is short. She's probably going to go and cover now, I would have thought.
I think I'll be looking for the tee, yeah. Probably 2 or 3 down on the tee.
I don't know. She might, if she can sneak around the back there. So now it's back on Andrew Gard.
Looking at Grace's face there, I don't think that's exactly what she was after.
Less weight this time, I think.
I think he's pulled a bit off. What can he do? He's going to be... Oh, wow.
In a good area a couple of times.
He may have just pushed one out of the count, though, so it looks like it's just... It'll be 1 in a measure here. So not far away at all, but that just shows the fine line here, folks. SA Super League Grand Final Day. As we see the Heysen Comets, the overall scoreboard. Wow, he has that blown out.
I think our triples have turned it on here, and they're currently holding a few in their power play as well.
Holy moly, they've jumped out to a 20-3 lead.
Wow.
That has escalated quickly, as the great Ron Burgundy would say. So I believe that was 1 here to the Comets.
2.
Oh, 2.
2.
Look at me selling him short. So 2 to the Comets. They move along to 12. The Raiders, they remain on 3. So that lead on this brink nearly out to double figures. Could the Comets do it? They've come from an elimination final. The Raiders, they've got some serious work to do here. That triples rink, as you say, has all of a sudden become the crucial one. Corey Hicks again, just rolling that jack nearly absolutely spot on. Grace just giving it a little bit of a flick to get it on the line, but very close.
I was taught very early in my career, no matter how close the jack is to on the line, you've got to touch it, otherwise the leader's heads will just balloon out of this world.
Corey Hicks again. Grace just asking to hurry. Great start. Corey Hicks.
Getting a bit picky, Grace here. She's had the pick of the litter for lead bowls so far. It's about half a foot short, Grace. Calm down.
Of course, Grace and Corey both mic'd up for us for this game,
shot.
so it will be interesting as we see Pete Matthews getting a bit of his own back there. Will sure to be some good fun stuff, some good banter between Grace and Corey. Of course, we saw the 2 young Rogues boys with the mics on earlier as well. Corey here.
You're going to have a field day this week editing that one, mate.
Going to have some good fun, I reckon, with some Laughs in the office editing that tomorrow.
So I think he's over there watching the replay now.
Get those views numbers right up for us. Good to hear.
Good lead bowls here.
Pete Matthews tucking one in behind nicely.
Great leading.
As you said earlier, real confident calls from Grace today.
Yeah, really, like I said, she's been with the Comets since inception, so we've got to watch her grow as a player and the way she calls ahead and things like that. So, yeah, very proud of her. You would have been watching her for much longer than that, Sol.
For a little while, yeah. She's, she is. She's still using my mother's bowls.
Yeah, she?
I think Mum had 2 sets, actually, so she didn't have to change stickers. I shouldn't say that. That sounds really bad.
Is that so that if she gets better than you can just take the bowls back?
That's it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Might have to ask her about that one in the post-match interview if they do get up and win this rank. As we see a great set from Pete Matthews there to kick us off. Young fella coming for the wallet there and goes straight for the pineapple as well.
Tell you what, yeah.
Would have had thousands in prize money for today.
So watch Grace now.
This is the first time in a while we've seen the Raiders set up with a really nice head, and Grace doesn't have a lot to play to. She's forced to play, perfect weight. But
I'll tell you what, Choppy, I'll tell you
that
what.
helps a lot.
Grace Maloney. But you're right, though, the Raiders setting that one up nicely. They need to capitalise with a couple of shots here. Andrew Gard here, just about a matching shot on the opposite side. Not a bad effort there.
Yeah, I don't know what to give you about Grace. She looks very focused today.
Doesn't she? Steely resolve on the mat.
She's always generally pretty happy-go-lucky sort of girl, but yeah, she's pretty serious.
Weight's perfect there.
Maybe the spicy flu changed her.
Did she have the spicy
She was a bit
cough?
crook a couple of weeks ago, I think. Yeah.
Great to see her back in action on the big stage here.
Yeah, she missed. I'm pretty sure she missed our association Champ of Champs because of the old isolation. Yeah.
Oh. Does seem to rear its head at all the wrong times for a lot of people, doesn't it? You've got Jimmy missing the grand final for us today. Our team manager Trace is out as well.
Yes, I know Harrison was steering clear of a lot of things for the last week or so. He was pretty pumped for today, which is good to see.
Absolutely love to see it. Andrew Gard now.
It's close. Just won't get back.
Can he sneak it in?
So,
So it's going to be 1 to the Raiders. The Raiders, they move along to 4. The Comets, they remain on 12. So 8 shots of difference on this rank. The overall score, the Comets 34, the Raiders 22. Starting to creep away a little bit, the Comets, as we said before. That Comets triples rank now leading 20-3. Putting on a good show, and Ali Baldock just hanging in there with Kath Greenslade now. She trails by 11. If she can hold that sort of margin or even chip away a little bit more, by the time that singles match finishes, the Comets could be in a very nice position here. So we have played 12 ends in this pairs match. 6 ends left to go.
Kath definitely jumped out of the blocks early, didn't she? She was up and about.
up 10-1 or something to that effect early.
The ultimate competitor, Kath Greenslade. Can she keep the Raiders in this match overall? Could she be a contender for best on green as well if she's able to finish off with a big win?
She draws another shot. Unbelievable scenes.
In line there from Pete Matthews to start with here. Back on Corey. Change your length. See if we can continue this outstanding form. They've won 9 of the 12 ends so far, the Comets. Control proceedings, and largely thanks to this young fella. Not a bad start there. It's old penance for yourself, Harry was saying. Just missed out on finals in the end.
Oh, don't talk about it. Yes. I loved every minute going home and you know, helping small country clubs. So to bowl with Harry, had Harry bowl 3 for me for most of the year.
Awesome.
And really loved it, yeah. So unfortunately we dropped to 5 on the last end to lose our rank by 1.
Oh, no.
And missed finals by the old 2 points.
No.
Mike Wildash.
He said
thanks
blame
very
Mike
much.
Wildash, yeah.
No, it's bowls. They had a great grand final up there at home yesterday too. 1 shot in it. So
Really?
Kadena up by 1 over Moota. So yeah, can't get much closer.
I hear I didn't catch it, but the Holdie boys missed out by a shot or 2 yesterday as well. Courtesy of a Steve Dennis potted jack, I think.
How smooth is Dano's bowling?
It's unreal,
actually?
isn't it?
I just said yesterday, if you're going to watch someone bowl, he's the man to watch. He's
It's
just
the
so
nicest thing in lawn bowls.
yeah.
His drive comes out as smooth as his
Yeah,
draw.
Yeah, and you know,
Got a bit of a man crush.
Oh, he's he bowled brilliantly. So I was really proud of the Holdie boys that they were down by quite a bit early to fight back and give yourself the chance, I suppose. And it took Dano draining the jack to sort of take the game away from him. So at that stage, the head was looking probably a bit dicey for Somerton, to tell you the truth. And yeah, Dano, he just took the shot away and. Happy days for Somerton, yeah.
Well, your thoughts on the grand final then, boys? Obviously, Somerton will play Grange in that one. How do you think that one plays out?
Oh, I think the way the season's played out, Grange has been the best side all year. But when you get to a grand final, they're always a coin flip, right? Anything can happen in a grand final. I don't want to call it too close for me. I think that one comes down to the wire.
Yeah, obviously I haven't seen Grange firsthand, but you look at the names in the team and you go, how can they not win, I suppose? But then on the other side of things, we just spoke about Stevie Dennis and Pedo, so you never know what Pedo can do on his day either, so he only needs to, I don't know, have a big day and his rank to win by lots, and it can put pressure on Grange as well, so you never know. Grand finals are funny games.
Andrew Gard just falling in for the shot bowl there. Yes, as you say, they are very funny games, so...
Speaking of pressure, Grace under a bit here. Should be 2 or 3 down, I think, by the looks of it. Maybe 2.
Yes, I'd say probably 1 in a measure, if not 2. She just needs to get through that big gap that you can see there.
May help.
Ooh, touch and go for that one. Good sider for her, though, still with 2 bowls to play. So we see... Matthew Northcott just chowing down on some lunch in the background of that shot there with Mark Golby. You never know when these cameras are going to catch you, folks. Andrew Gard.
I don't think I've seen anyone have a more luckless day than Matthew than yesterday.
Ah, you caught the game yesterday,
I did.
Right.
It's a game of millimetres at times, I tell you, particularly for Matthew.
Can Grace just find that extra foot of weight here?
Giving this one a chance.
Well, she might be able to push her own bowl up.
Well,
Grace Maloney. The Comets will hold one here.
and the grand final next week is up here, is that right?
Yes, it'll be out here on the greens at Salisbury, so...
There was some rumours going around yesterday that it was under the dome here, so yeah, on the grass, there you go. Nice.
Great weight.
Oh, just let a bit of a backflop there.
Playing on the greens out here this year, there's nothing wrong with the greens here.
No, beautiful.
They're fantastic greens, always have been in mine.
Pretty slick
time.
this year too.
Just giving this one a chance.
Just got to settle a bit. That one might make the cut.
I think that'll make the cut for the sound of the game. The Comets, they take 1 and move to 13. The Raiders, they remain on 4. Grace saying she definitely wasn't going to be short there, so... But yeah, some good stuff, of course. We'll have sound to the game, shot to the game, all sorts of great content from all 3 grand finals to play out on our social media over the week, folks, to wrap up what has been a fantastic season. Big shout out to everyone that's been part of it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Finishing off today with a big day of grand finals. Again, a big thank you to the Spacequake crew for bringing these fantastic pictures to you wherever you're watching from. I think we had a couple of overseas viewers. We had one in Wales during the junior grand finals, so always good fun to see the SA Super League going global.
100%. There's always someone tuning into the live stream from Botswana or Scotland or somewhere.
Best bowls broadcasting in the country, in my humble opinion there, the Spacequake crew. Corey again with a ripping start.
All over it.
Look at that. Good to see
That's
Isaac putting himself to use after jumping off a commentary box. Thanks, mate. Hey, I've only got one more week of Super League to chip you as many times as I can. So as we see Pete Matthews here. Oh, not a bad effort. He's really starting to find his radar now. Keeping the pressure on Corey Hicks here.
He turned his back on that one. He probably hasn't had to play this hand.
No.
Oh, and I tell you
Turned his
what,
back
it's
on it.
really
He's
not
a
far.
Foot and a half short.
Holds himself to a high standard, young Corey Hicks. So we see the Comets triples. They're out to a 20-shot lead. While Ali Baldock, she's got it back to within 10.
Just want a
the
power play
singles.
there, I think.
So the overall picture is still as unpredictable as ever. The Comets leading 41-27 overall. As we see Pete Matthews, though, he's doing his best to drag the Raiders back into this one.
I could be wrong. It looks like this could be a Comets power play. It looks like the light might be on the board there, or a super end.
Yes, and the little ticket is next to it, so we'll go with that fact. We might just double check when they change ends here, if it is, but well spotted, Choppy. So the Raiders.
I think Grace just saying the light was on from last end was their power play.
Okay, so their one actually turned into a 2, meaning instead of going to 13, they're on 14 now, the Comets.
Good
Hey.
shots.
That's a great opening set there from Pete Matthews. He's on now.
Yes, good lead bowling there. Well, Grace has got shots. There's opportunities here. So
What's her go-to first up here then, Sol? What are you thinking?
It's just a positive draw.
Backhand? Forehand?
Backhand.
Backhand.
You chop.
Yeah, backhand as well, mate.
Yeah.
Sit the bowl, trail the jack around the corner.
Just got to give it a chance here. Yep.
The way that hand sort of holds as well, you can make it off that little front wall. Just be tight. Make sure you're up there.
Just needs it to come in that little bit.
Just runs pretty straight down there.
Not a bad first up effort from Grace Maloney.
Weight's immaculate.
Yeah, I think you're right. You add that little bit of weight there on that hand. They do hold a fair way. So, you know, if you're going to miss, you'd almost prefer missing tight, I'd say.
Yeah, give yourself a chance off those couple of front ones.
And I know those bowls of Gracie's, the old Greenmaster XV1s.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to turn a great deal.
Don't see too many sets around anymore, do you?
See Andrew Gard just a little bit wide there, so back on to Grace now.
She's looking for a sponsor and a new set.
Is she? Can't go wrong with a good Dreamline XG, bit of a shameless plug there.
He jumped ship.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hang on a minute,
This is a
boys.
good
Grace
shot.
Maloney.
Oh, no. Fantastic effort.
Andrew Gard's opportunity now. The Raiders, they probably still hold one, maybe two. Can they claw their way back into this contest?
I played you 2 weeks ago, so you didn't notice after 18 ends. Switch set of bowls.
What happened to the green ones?
Their snapper dropped somewhere out in the Pacific at the moment.
There you go. It's funny how you remember who you're playing by the bowls or the colour of the bowls. Yeah.
Is this one going to get back enough? Probably just a bit wide.
Dung dung.
Unfortunate there for Grace Maloney. This tighter backhand side here coming back towards the club rooms. Pete Matthews just telling Andrew Gard he likes it on the forehand side here.
It's even worse when you sell your old bowls and they still get closer than what you can with your new ones. That's frustrating.
Oh, if he can get around that blue bowl at the front, he might be able to get into the count.
Well, that is... I mean, he was in a good area, but the touch off the front certainly helped. Probably made 3.
3, and they're having a close look at the fourth here. So the Raiders with their biggest end of the game. Crucial for the overall score. So we see the pressure on again for the measure. That fantastic camera angle. Hawkeye's coming next year, mate, don't worry.
Along with the speedometer for Corey's drives next year. Just a 3.
So it's going to be 3 to the Raiders there. They move along to 7.
And as they chip it back, Ali sort of chips it back in the singles too, so we're staying a bit even across the board.
Heysen Comets 14, 7 to 14 here. Big update on the scoreboard there. So yes, it's eyes across all ranks, that singles match. Just a couple of ends left to play in that one as well. So buckle up, folks. It's going to be a great finish. SA Super League Grand Finals. We've got the reserves here. We'll be followed by the League Grand Finals at about 20 past 2. Do not miss that one as well. It's going to be a great game. But we've got to get through the end of this one first and have a look the way it falls. So we have 4 ends left to play in this pairs match-up.
Cracking weather for it again, Joe.
Oh, mate, you could not have a better day here at Salisbury. A little bit of a breeze as well, just easing the humidity under the dome. But no, it's a great spot here at Salisbury. Jeff and the crew do a fantastic job. I always have a great team of helpers, the canteen, the bar, the barbecue, set up, pack up. Cannot thank them enough. Corey Hicks, what a bad starter there. And of course, a big thank you to our sponsors again as well, West End Sports Centre, City of Salisbury and MGA. All great supporters of the SA Super League and Bowls here in South Australia. Could not do what we do without them. And cannot forget the Spacequake Sports crew, bringing you the best bowls broadcast in the country.
Absolutely.
Pete Matthews just slightly underneath there a little bit, but attacking weight, so they're having a crack here. Update to the overall scoreboard. The Comets, they still lead comfortably though, 48 to 30, so they're just hanging in there as we enter the probably the final stretch for all 3 ranks.
All depends a lot on how many power plays are left and where. You know, if the Raiders get, you know, a 3 on a couple of power plays, that's a 12-shot difference, and then all of a sudden it's game on.
Well, I don't believe we've seen one yet for the Raiders on this rank. Just the one for the Comets.
Running out of ends here.
Yeah. Bowl there. You'd have to think they'll pull the trigger soon, Pete Matt. Like, they're just starting to bowl quite well.
3 ends left after this one, so 2 out of 3 will be power plays for the Raiders, unless we've missed one, but I don't think we have.
Oh, chased it halfway and then threw the head back in disgust. It's still
shot bar.
I mean, you've drawn the shot, Corey. Bad luck.
Going to be very interesting to hear the audio from that microphone later this week, I reckon, folks. He's tough on himself, so...
Good players over at Adelaide. Not the brightest, but good players.
Big shout out to the Adelaide Bowling Club crew there. Andrew Gard again.
Triples have got it on a string currently.
Guy putting on a show for the Comets over there in the triples. Lead bowling masterclass, Andrew Gardner. Oh, just not quite reaching like he would have hoped. Grace opting for the backhand.
Just looking around here, Joe, there's a few country bowlers with country round robin coming up in a bit over a week.
Yes, it's very exciting times. Grace just falling a little bit short. Yeah, but yes, the calendar doesn't get any quieter, that's for sure, over the next month or so. Isaac and Danny will be working very hard with lots of events coming up. Obviously, Metro Senior Super Series at Marion tomorrow as well, after that was postponed earlier in the year. So that one, we'll have Alexandrina Senior Super Series, we'll have state triples a little bit later in the season. We've got all sorts of stuff, country round robin, prestige medley, absolutely everything happening. So
Plenty going on.
plenty of bowls
Taking part
coming
in
your
the
way.
round robin, Sol.
Yeah, first time back for obviously 3 years. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Nice.
Be good fun. Representing Region 2.
Beautiful.
Couple of big names, I think. Obviously Maxi Kleinick representing Upper North. Is
Yep.
that? Upper North, I believe it is.
Yep.
Should be some very exciting action with some big names getting around there. Can Grace find some room here? Oh,
She's done enough.
it'll wobble its way in there. So the Comets, they're probably holding a couple. So you said, Chop, just a couple of ends to go. 3 ends left after this. Just like that, folks. You blink and it's near the end. We will have reserves premiers to crown very shortly. So we see Kath Greenslade with a power play in the singles. Andrew Gard, can he take the check? Oh,
Grace gets a bit of a free kick here.
confident calling from Corey there again. These two youngsters working together very well.
Don't know if she likes it.
Body language not sold on it.
No. She thinks she's quick, but
Oh,
She wants a little bit of the jack.
she's arriving at pace.
She's done well. It's a big 3.
she's got no idea.
Yeah, so it's going to be three to the Comets there. So the Comets, they move out to 17. The Raiders, they remain on 7, so the lead has hit double figures. 3 ends left to play.
It's been a pleasure, gentlemen, but I'm going to duck out and start preparing for the next game.
All the best, mate. We will be watching very intently. The viewers across the world will be watching, so go well, and
Thank you.
we'll chat to you later.
All right.
Go
Thanks,
well,
boys.
Chop.
Cheers.
See Corey again here. So no super ends again here, so it looks like the Raiders will have to use theirs in the last 2.
2.
And the Comets do still have one up their sleeve, so it's going to be a high-scoring last couple of ends as Lucy Teller rejoins us in the commentary box here. Lucy, welcome back.
Thank you.
All going well behind the scenes, hopefully. Isaac,
No, everything's going all smoothly.
that's what we like to hear.
That's a bonus.
Have you been able to catch much of this one?
I've been trying to pay attention to every game, but from what I've seen so far, Corey is being a very consistent lead and setting the head up early.
Yep. Good summary there. Pete Matthews now on the backhand.
It's all about the power plays, though, Lucy. Like there's still 3
super ends?
Super ends, sorry. There's still 3 to play.
Great bowl
Oh, is
from
there?
Pete Matthews
Two
there.
ends
Yep,
for
2
Murray.
for the Raiders, 1 for the Comets. Pete Matthews off to a great start. So it's going to be a high-scoring last 2 ends after this. So we see
I reckon Kath's playing one now over the back in the singles as well.
could be absolutely crucial there. She might be holding 1 possibly, but Ali's doing well to hopefully nullify that power play. Super end. Jeez, it's an easy one to slip up on. See Corey just coming up a little bit short again on this one. But could make a big difference over there. Kath Greenslade probably needs to get some sort of a number. The triple's not really getting any closer either. The Comets lead by 18 shots. They lead by 17 overall. Another good bowl from Pete Matthews. So 49 to 32, the overall picture, folks. Never say never, but the Comets are in the box seat here. Corey, he's a big fan of this one. He looks like he's corrected well on the first 2. Just asking it to steady. It's a good home there.
Kath Green's like, oh,
Oh,
how did that miss, Kath?
nearly dragged that on for a couple to double again in the power play, Kath. So we'll wait and see over there. Of course, still time to come on down to the Salisbury Bowling Club, everyone. Got the league grand final coming up after this with some outstandingly talented bowlers taking part in that. Pete Matthews just out covering the back there. We see a measure in the singles.
Yeah, Kath was really close to dragging that kitty for 2 on a power play to help the Raiders, but
Great camera angle there. Ali having a good look. But no, Ali able to shut it down. So the Comets, they remain in the box seat here, folks. Come from the elimination final. Had a tough one in the prelim against the Blazers. Can they go 3 from 3 in the finals campaign? Grace Maloney now. She's had a good track here.
yes. Awesome bowl here.
Grace Maloney
Great goal.
putting on a show. There's a reason she's in the pathways, Jackaroos, folks. Great young talent there. And Lucy, I guess yourself, you probably would have played a bit with Grace coming through the junior ranks as well. Your thoughts on her as a bowler? What makes her so good?
Yeah, I played a fair bit of with Grace at trainings, and then also got the opportunity to play a couple times with her at a state level. And yeah, she's just really a consistent bowler, and you can always back on her, even if you're down on the head.
She's got a very cool and calm demeanour today in particular. We know she loves to have a bit of fun a lot of the time, but she's in the zone. And I tell you what, she looks like she's on track to draw in a second here. She's coming in hot.
Wow.
Great bowl.
Grace Maloney.
Yeah, it feels like she's been bowling for about 10 years. Would that be about right?
It probably is
Yeah.
right, yeah.
I have a feeling she, early days, she represented NT back in
She
the day.
did. Her
so-
first one was NT in a
Yep.
composite side,
Yeah, there you go.
and then she hasn't missed one since.
Fair bowl if it cleared.
Oh, Andrew Gard. It's going to wobble. It's going to wobble. It looks like it's going to fall in. The Raiders will hold one. What's Grace's go-to here, Sol? What's she looking at?
Oh, I think she's just positive. You know, if you can, I mean, that dark blue bowl can punch through the hole. She can get inside edge of it and back to Jack as well. So there's options. She's looks a bit tight.
Looks like it. Unfortunately, the weight looks outstanding. Just almost needs a bit of a back flop there.
Probably underplayed a little bit for the shot she was after, I think.
So Andrew Gard to finish us off here for this 16th end. Super ends to come. Can the Raiders peg a couple back here? They probably hold one. Can he sneak in a second? Not quite. Yep, it's going to be one to the Raiders. So the Raiders move to 8. The Comets on 17. And I reckon they've got a couple of super ends to play here, the Raiders boys, whether they know it or
Are
not.
they going to play them?
No, Grace not sure if they're going to use theirs, but that's all right, Grace. We're worrying the Raiders boys, just not sure if they know they need to use their too.
She might have woken them up. She's woken the Raiders up. She's reminded them to play it.
So the Raiders will be playing their first super end here, so both teams will have a super end on the last. So this one's going to go right down to it. So 17 to 8. We should be getting an update on the actual scoreboard here, hopefully from Andrew Gard. The overall scoreboard still sits at 49 to 32. We'll get an update on that one as well soon. Pete Matthews, not a bad start here with the super end, but door open for Corey to try and shut this one down.
I don't know why, but when you play against a super end, it changes everything. It
It
shouldn't,
does.
but it does.
So we see there, great shot of the scoreboard. So 17-8 here on the pairs.
But when you got someone that can put bowls in the area like Corey has, it shouldn't affect it too much.
It's doing well. You'd have to think the Raiders, they need just at least a couple here in this super end, just to start pegging a few back. So we see Ali Baldock playing a super end to finish off the singles match over there. So the Raiders needing something, and they need it soon. Getting something past at least there, Pete Matthews. Ali probably holding one here with her super end. Looks like it's the last bowl from Kath Greenside coming in. This is the fun part where you're trying to watch 3 ranks at once. Corey again. Not giving much away with his body language, but not too bad there from the young fella. So it looks like we're about to finish off the singles here. So it's going to be one
One to Kath, I think that was.
One to Kath to finish off the singles. So 1 rig done, 2 still to finish off. But
Worry that being your power play.
2 short bowls in a super end probably isn't ideal for the Raiders here.
No, like I said, playing against your power play, I mean, Corey's played this brilliantly. Like, he's got 2 bowls. What are they, a foot and a half maybe, and behind, so.
It's done well, stepping up to the big occasion. We just want to get this one past as well. Add another number in, really puts the pressure back on the Raiders now. Yes, the Comets triples rig leading by 23 shots and probably holding a couple as they are early in the 17th end there. So getting the job done. The Heysen Comets, could this be a bit of an omen for the league game? Coming in as underdogs, but they're putting on a show.
It's more like it. Grace is up and smiling again now. The beauty of having a lead that keeps putting them on, I suppose. Power play against you. I think he's holding 3. Comets holding 3.
Yeah, I reckon they're holding 3 here.
A few boys that have just wandered in that look like they may have enjoyed the Adelaide Fringe last night.
Great to see a bit of a crowd building up. Andrew Gard there, just running into a little bit of trouble. Side to Grace now.
Something like that one. The hands are up in the air.
They probably hold 1 here, possibly the Comets. So a little bit tighter now. But they hold a 9-shot lead on this rank, and the overall scoreboard's gone out to a 23-shot lead. So you just have to think they're just about home and hosed. Or knock that one in for the shot at least. So the Raiders hold 1, which obviously turns into a 2 with the super end. Grace Maloney, can she get in there? Draw a shot bowl here and really shut it down. Corey just asking it to hold it to the line. Oh, it might wobble in. Oh, not quite. She will have the last bowl on this end though. So the Raiders holding 1. Andrew Gard, his final bowl. Can they capitalise on this super end? Get a couple. Looks like it's going to be a great bowl here. Oh, that should just about sneak in.
We've got table service right here.
As we see, Grace Maloney here. Can she squash this super end? Grace Maloney.
That's a great
That is
goal.
clutch stuff there from the Heysen Comets skipper and gets a rousing round of applause all round.
She might have even moved that enough to make a number.
I think they're going to have a look here. Yes, they're going to say 2 to the Comets there. Wow. From being possibly 2, which would have been 4 down to 2 up.
It's as big as playing your own power play, isn't it?
Absolutely clutch there, Grace Maloney. So the Comets, they move to 19. The Raiders, they remain on 8. So we're going to have a double super end here to finish us off here, guys.
Have you got a favourite game, Joe? Have you had one that sticks in your mind out here this year?
This year, I'd have to say the qualifying final last week being a draw, that was pretty hectic. I think seeing an 8 being gotten by the Pirates over our back shoulder, and then Jose nearly pinching it off the Comets with a couple of late bowls, and then just the confusion and the extra ends and trying to commentate 3 rigs at once. It was just bloody fantastic. So that would be my favourite one for this year, I reckon. I think overall, my favourite live stream one that I've done, I think last year's grand final, Shadow and Cougs versus, I can't quite remember who played for the Chargers in that one. Might have been Millsy and someone. No, he played in the singles, of course. Sorry to bring that one up. But yeah, that one as well was another good one for me. So it's always good fun on the live stream.
Yeah.
The players live up to the big stage and they have fun with it. And it's been a great way to get a good education about the game of bowls very quickly, for sure. Getting people like yourself on for special comments. My knowledge of bowls is at a level I never thought it would be. Great start from Pete Matthews there.
Show us your step ones.
Kath Greenslade there. She finished off with an 8-shot win in the singles for the Eastern Raiders. Unfortunately, it looks like it's not quite going to be enough, especially if Corey Hicks can draw a couple in here. So wait and see, Pete Matthews. I reckon it should be another super end for the Raiders as well. So as far as we're aware, it's a double super end. To finish us off here, the reserves grand final, the Heysen Comets. They've got this one signed, sealed, delivered, folks. Now it's just party time. Put the icing on the cake.
That's why I've got the opportunity, Joe. As far as on behalf of the players, just want to thank Bowls SA, I suppose. It's awesomely run again, this Super League. So thanks very much. As a father, as a parent, the kids have loved it. You guys do an awesome job for the sport. So well done to you guys.
Awesome, mate. We appreciate that a lot. We take a lot of pride in running competitions like this. It is great fun. It's been great after a little bit of a gap since the last Super League season to get this one up and running, and it's been a great job by the team overall. And it is always fun to come out here to Salisbury. So we see Pete Matthews. Whoa, can you know it there? Not quite. So now it's over to the skippers to finish off.
Yes, no, it's been very difficult times, but like I said, it's muchly appreciated by all of us players, and it's been fantastic. Yeah, well done.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you back again for the Rogues. Contract negotiations, possibly. Get buckets to dip his hand in his pockets a little bit further.
There's no negotiations. If they want me, they get me. No, it's good fun. Like I said, particularly as a country player now, to get back down and play with the boys that I've played against and with over the last 3 years, it's an awesome way for me to get back and enjoy that. And like I said to you earlier, it's awesome for Harry too, like playing with and against some of the state's better under-18s players. They learn so much from it, so it's awesome for bowls. Nice bowl there from Grace. Yes, it is. It's good fun, and of course, if you want to take part in the next SA Super League, folks, we don't have a date for it just yet, but of course, as always, keep an eye on our website and social media. We will have all the information there. Andrew Gard coming with a bit of weight. Look at that, pushing back onto his own. So hold one here. Good shot, nothing to lose. But yes, keep an eye on all of our socials, website, everything like that. When the details are locked in for next season, there'll be opportunities to nominate for the draft with trials and everything like that. And a lot of intrigue will go into free agents, player retainment, all the fun stuff. It's going to be another great season when the time rolls around. Grace Maloney, just gave it a bit of a clip on the way through. Shouldn't be upset with that. She's got something behind now. 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
Could we see her come with a bit of weight to finish us off in a minute?
Who you got in the hot seat here with your next game, Joe?
Oh, it's a bit of a rotation policy today, mate. I think Isaac will probably jump back on. I think Dan Greenslade's going to jump on with us, and we'll see whoever else is floating around. Lucy might even get a gig, you never know.
No, I think Cougs is here as
yeah,
well.
Cougs.
Actually close.
Yeah,
Might
big-
be
Yeah.
jumping in the seat. You'll learn a thing or two there.
Oh, he's always good value watching him on the live stream, but I tell you what, commentating with him is something I don't know if I'm prepared for.
I played against him before I met him, and I tell you, I was really unsure how
Oh,
to
wait from Grace.
Grace Maloney, can she rip it out?
I was really unsure how to take him, but he's a cracker, yeah.
I think there's a few people probably in that boat, but yes, he's going to give us some really interesting insight, which we're looking forward to. So the Raiders probably holding 2 here, it looks as if, which would of course turn into a 4 with what we believe to be the super end.
3, which is 6.
So they're going to chop a bit off that overall score. The Eastern Raiders will peg 3 back there, which will turn into a 6. They're just trying to check if they're actually done. Yes, you have played 18 ends, guys. So in the end, the Heysen Comets, they're too good. 19 to 14 on this rank. They'll take the win overall. Sol, wrap that one up quickly for us, mate.
Probably, brilliantly led by Corey. Grace was managed to bowl a couple of really good bowls when needed. So I suppose right from the get-go, the Comets sort of had control of that one.
Yep.
how I saw it.
Thank you for your insights, mate. Enjoy the country round robin. I'm looking forward to seeing you back next Super League season.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Right, guys, we'll go to a quick break and we'll come back with some player interviews. G'day guys, welcome back to the SA Super League Grand Final day here at Salisbury. We've just wrapped up the Reserves Grand Final and in the end, a big win to the Heysen Comets. I've got Corey Hicks, Grace Maloney with me here. Grace, I tell you what, as a skipper, when your lead's bowling that well, it makes your job pretty easy.
Yeah, it was so much easier. I just sat back, did my thing and just clapped him on. He had some ripper bowls and made my job so much easier. Well done, Corey. Thank you.
Mate, you've got to be happy with that as a performance. I know you're pretty tough on yourself. There was a few that you sort of threw the head back, but overall, you've got to be happy.
Yeah, just always try and set it up for Grace and the skip. So just try and do my job really, and hope for the best. And good, I played a few good ones.
And of course, the league team are playing in the grand final coming up. They're up against a tough opposition. I want to get some tips from you guys. Do you think they can get up?
Oh, of course. Every team is beatable. It's their day, I hope. We'll still be here supporting them, so go Comets.
Exactly, fantastic. And Corey as well. They're going to have it tough, but do you reckon they can get over the line? Dad's in there as well.
It'd be rude not to back the Comets, mate. Can't not, yeah. I think we can get there, so we'll see what happens.
Thank you guys. Well done on a fantastic season. And guys, we'll be back very shortly with the live stream for the league grand final.